So we're going to go in on the back onto the server. Still sitting at 24 FPS. I think it just basically is that Freelancer runs at 30 FPS. It must be. Never had FPS counters back then, so you didn't actually know. And I was running this on a, I think it was a 21-inch at 17. No, a 17-inch Hitachi screen. I was playing this on CRT. So yeah, it's been a while. And now playing it on a 34-inch ultra wide, which is absolutely hilarious. So we got as far as buying the gin, and I think the plan was to take it to New Berlin, I think, if memory serves me. Go and see the rather efficient looking man in the shop. Would have been easy just to click on the cargo hold, but oh, I haven't bought it, that's why. So I was looking at the ships, wasn't I? Right, so we're going to buy the max capacity of this, 199. We're going to take it to New Berlin and sell it for 22.14. Beauty of doing this is, if you do get hijacked, you can just drop the cargo and run. There's no money involved in it. The margins are so good on it that you just drop it and run. So it's quite useful just running on the low cost, high profit items. That's why I didn't touch tobacco. It's marginally better margins, but the risk is higher. So let's have a quick look at the equipment, see if we can pick up any weapons. This is the equipment dealer. Always did like this. Never too sure about all these bits and bobs knocking around, but mining, dissolver. So what I'm trying to do is, if you go and look, I've got a flashpoint which has got a high energy usage and it's got a long range 750. Sorry, long range of 675. The debilitator is a shield buster with a range of 600. The goddesses are range of 700. I was trying to get it all equalised. The flashpoints are at 675s, the goddess is at 700s. So I really would like everything to be at 630, between 6 and 650. Um, 630, debilitator is 600. Because what you want to do is really want to be dropping the shields before. You want to be dropping the shields before you. If I raise 5 on that, 4 on that, 5 on that, 4 on that. Three. No, we'll keep it as it is. I mean, I'm not really getting too involved in the fighting side of things anyway at the moment. So we want to head to New Berlin. So we just go to the galaxy map, go to the list, drop it down. And we're looking for planet New Berlin. Ping, ping, ping. Set a waypoint. And it will calculate the optimal route. Lift off. Yeah, I do actually think it was just a low FPS game. So remember, what I'm using is a cruise jump. So basically, you have to cruise to the jump gate. Now normally it'll drop you out at 650, but you can do this. Last knock-in is boom, straight in. Cuts a lot of the time down in the system, and it also means you've got less chance of being intercepted. So it's my favourite way of doing it. The beauty of doing capital planet to capital planet is you can use the trade lanes all the time. You can probably make slightly more money by going off trade lanes. Like I could take the last cargo I could have taken to Paul, but it involves a jump hole rather than a jump gate. And if you use a jump hole, you've got this journey at normal speed, cruise speed, whereas you can use the trade lanes for this. See there, I dropped out a little earlier out of the trade lane, just to give me a chance to actually get in and cruise to the gate. Right. And again, So we're just going to head all the way through Cambridge and then roll ourselves back to New Berlin. It's quite a short trip this one. Let's see if we can pick up in New Berlin, where that's going. Good thing about doing it with max profit lines is you end up seeing a lot of places you wouldn't necessarily go. Because all you're doing is you're just going random places that make nice money. So you pick up a lot more journey times in different places. But at the moment, money is an issue. You just need lots of money. Because the ships in Discovery are expensive. Very expensive. I quite like the Discovery mod anyway, because it's got a lot more content. It means the sheer number of systems is doubled. The number of ships is probably quadrupled. There's different factions, different commodities, and it's all roleplay. Now, I was never overly comfortable with roleplay. That's why I'm quite happy just to play a freelancer tag and just do my thing and not get too involved with everybody else. We did try this once before with the old clan, and it was messy on the server. They really don't like outside groups coming in and trying to form something else. So unless you can actually stick to their specific roleplay, then you don't bother. So at the moment it's just playing it almost like a single player on a multiplayer server. I won't get too involved with everyone at all. In fact, until we get a better ship and I'm not carrying a really fat freighter, realistically I'm going to avoid contact with players anyway. The odd hello here or there, maybe, if I can be bothered. But other than that, just be antisocial. My in-game name is... I'll go through the in-game name, the reasoning behind the in-game name in a moment. So we're going Battleship Norfolk back to Omega 3 jump gate. Going to go through Omega 3, Omega 7. Stuttgart, New Berlin is the route here. So basically, as soon as you hit dock, it'll automatically lock onto the dock and cruise in. This is where you can do this whole late jump thing. Boom, straight in, get in before the gates open. It's great for really upsetting PvP players that want to hijack you all the way through, because you just go through so quick. This is the reason for using the waypoint system as well, because you just got your waypoints, rock and roll straight in, and you can just nip around very quickly. Makes trading very quick, very easy. I mean, I've been playing for an hour and I've already got probably 3 or 4 million credits worth of money and equipment from nothing. I've already upgraded the weapons. All of these are upgrades. Oh, shield batteries and nanobots. I never carry them, because if you get destroyed on these, actually it's got a 3.1. See if it'll let us in or not. Right, the reason about the name Manutius, it's the god of more or less kind of chaos, death, randomness, Greek. Disorder, I think is the word. Misbehaviour. So we just dock here and have a look, see what they've got. Freeport 1's the Zona port. They generally sell quite nice stuff, equipment and ship wise. This is where you'll pick up decent ships. And there you go, Sabre, very heavy fighter. That's a top tier ship. Cutlass bomber and a scimitar light fighter. Don't want any of those. It's a freighter I'm after. But equipment wise, should get some decent weaponry here. Spend some of that cash. Let's have a look. Like I said, I wanted range. I wanted the range dropped. That's better. That's actually not bad compared to the flashpoint. $649 against 7. No, see, they're 700s. See, I want that in range first. So there's not a lot of difference. That might be a better idea, actually. That increases the range. Let's demount that and buy a Mark II. So I used to run debilitated turrets rather than debilitated cannon. They're basically shield busters. Fury 4. That's a bit better. Well, anyway, sell the Mark 1. Right, so again, not running any flares, not running any consumable bits you can drop when you get hit. Not the Brigandine, it's the... Well, there's nothing there I need anyway, so let's just rock it out of there. It would be interesting to see what they sell. Commodity wise. What's cheap? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's a good place to sell stuff. It's not a great place to buy. Now, if I remember rightly, if there is actually a really good run, which is, I think it's Cambridge to New Tokyo, I think it is. It's luxury foods, but they tend to be, you lose a chunk of them because they actually deteriorate over time. So you have to factor in the wastage. Right, it's rock and roll. So yeah, on this server, Freeport 1 is a safe zone. I think Freeport 7 is as well. A lot of the Freeports are safe zones. They don't allow fighting and stuff.
Go to dock.
So I was using on-screen buttons there to show you what I'm doing. So I've gone dock to get the line up, free flight, and then dock again when you get close. But F3 is also the dock button, and it's actually a lot more accurate to use the F3. Boom, straight in. I have to say the NPCs are not overly difficult. I mean, I haven't played for, what, 7 or 8 years, and so far I haven't really been bothered with the NPCs that have jumped. Obviously things change in missions, but then you don't take missions in the freighter. Not if you're sensible. If you leave it too late, you go around again. Now here, if you sit around too long, you will get jumped. Probably not the most exciting spectator sport, but the game's very pretty. It's just unfortunately when you're in a dust cloud or a gas cloud like this, it's not the most exciting views, but the actual graphics on the game, considering it's 2003, are really, really quite good. For DirectX 9, very early DirectX 9C game, as in one of the first. Now what we're on DirectX 12, Vulkan. So graphics have come a long way, but it's still remarkably pretty. And it's very smooth. Running 24 FPS. Doesn't feel like 24 FPS. It's never felt particularly slow to play. It's only now with an FPS count I'm looking thinking, wow, that's slow. Right, now this is a problem. Should have jumped out earlier. So we're going to thrusters, go on afterburner, get it up to full speed. In we go. So we're going from Stuttgart to New Berlin. That bit where the screen goes white was the loading screen, and that was the one that paused quite regularly on a hard drive back in the day. I mean, this game will run on an Atom, it'll run on a single core Pentium 3. It's actually probably run on a P2 thinking about it. Certainly a nice cheap business Core 2 Duo with onboard graphics will run this at perfectly good speed. I used to run this on a Centrino laptop, which was just a dual core Centrino. Not so long back. Oh, see, too close again. Yeah, this is where I should have dropped out a bit earlier. Just have to boost over.
Dock. Objective reached.
Head to Plan Stuttgart, out through the jump lanes, back out to New Berlin. As you can see, it's really pretty. Remarkably pretty, the game.
Dock.
Right, so I'm going to drop out a bit earlier now, so I can actually jump in. So all you're doing there is you're hitting the dock button early, locking onto the item, hitting the dock button a little earlier than normal. And we're in. Seems to be an awful lot of PvP action going on somewhere. You can actually check it on the chat file, on the chat log. You can actually see what system people are in.
Dock.
Now if you go on, we'll just get in the trade lane and I'll go on. Right, so if you go in chat, it'll tell you what system they're in. So you do it by system, so there's no one near me at all. So I'm perfectly safe from, as usual, there's all sorts of people out of the Omegas. The sort of Badlands. Shit, should have come out early again. So just afterburner.
Objective reached. Dock.
2 more jumps. That's Planet Berlin over there, I think. Yeah, that's where I'm headed. So if you look at the map here, it tells you where the jump lanes are. So I've come in from this direction, going to cut along over to New Berlin. that early. Use the boost, use the cruise.
Dock. Objective reached.
And that's another run. That's not the most exciting of spectator sports, but this is more for the guys in the clan if they're interested in playing this. It is currently abandonware, so it is absolutely free to play. Cost you nothing. The server that costs you nothing. There's no money involved, and it's quite an interesting. It's just an interesting throwback. You look how good this is for the time it was made. It's pretty damn amazing that it's actually held up as well as it has. We'll just let this dock naturally. So I think we'll call it there. I'm going to carry on playing, but there's no point in streaming it any further. If any of you guys are interested in trying this out, I can give you the links to where all the files are. It's a very simple process of installation, costs you absolutely nothing. Takes up a tiny bit of hard drive space, and it might kill a few hours. You'll be surprised how many you can actually sink into this game. It's a little bit of a time sink. Digital Landfall are no more. As everybody knows, this is the last of the Chris Roberts games, and this is basically what Star Citizen is based on. Star Citizen is a follow-on to this. So, this was also a follow-on to Star Lancer, which was a follow-on to the Wing Commander series. So, you know, it's got good heritage. We're all hopeful for Star Citizen, but it's been a long time now. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you another time.